What's up, guys?
What's up?
Welcome back to the
Groovy Vinyls
channel. And it's always great as always. And this is actually
new
the first episode of Hot Topic Friday.
Hot Topic Friday, baby.
Basically, what we're going to do is we're going to talk about hot topics of the rock world on Friday. And
present, past, future.
Doesn't matter.
You
Just
name
questions that rock fans have about their favorite bands, favorite rock superstar, new bands. And today is about a new band.
Greta Van Fleet. Oh.
You spoiled it. Why'd you do that so early, man? We're trying to explain what this is about.
You didn't hear that.
Alright, it's not about Greta Van Fleet.
It's about Fleetwood Mac.
Yeah, or Van Halen.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to what we were saying. That's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to plan. And this is going to come out every Friday. And we're going to have 2 reviews a week.
Yep.
And
every Friday.
Unless something bad happens, and we'll get it. Alright, so as you figured out from this bonzo over here, spoiling it, Greta Van Fleet. Now,
Greta.
Now, don't get from the topic of the video that we hate this band, because
I think they're pretty good.
I like them.
They got some good
I just
songs.
bought their new album on vinyl, actually, as a matter of fact. And Josh, you talk about how you like them while I go get that.
Well, you can see on my shirt, Led Zeppelin, my favorite #1 band. And when I first heard Greta Van Fleet, I was like, okay, the singer.
Don't analyze on that too yet.
What?
Don't analyze on the fact about them sounding like Led Zeppelin.
No, I was just going to tell my story.
Well, why'd you say Led Zeppelin?
Because I was just going to say I hated the
We
band.
had to at least go once
No, I was
without
just
saying
gonna
Led
say,
Zeppelin.
I didn't like the band at first because I thought he was still in Robert Plant's style.
We're gonna review this album.
But now I like him.
We're gonna review this album pretty soon. But that's the new album, brand new one, Anthem of the Peaceful Army, pretty good. But that's not for today. Just wanted to show y'all guys that. All right, first topic: is Greta Van Fleet overrated?
I think yes, Draken. I really do.
I also kind of agree. But first, why do you think it? Why do you think they're overrated?
First off, I always hear their name. Second off, every time I go on YouTube or Instagram, I see an ad for Greta Van Fleet. And people are always saying how they're good, they're bad, they sound like you know who, and just, I see them everywhere, and I hear them a lot.
All right.
What do you think?
Is it my turn now?
Yes.
Oh,
Up to you, Sonny.
Wow. The reason I like them is because they have a rock style, and I like their rock style because there's nothing like that going on nowadays, and I appreciate that of what they're doing. And I appreciate the fact that they're kind of capturing the essence of the old 70s vibe, because I never had that.
I didn't either.
Most adults have had that. They had rock and roll played on the radio. They had rock and roll hit #1 on the billboards, but we don't have that. We have rap hitting #1 on the billboards. We have pop hitting #1 on the billboards.
I hope Greta changes the game.
So rock isn't really doing anything. So that's why I like Greta Van Fleet, because they're shaking things up. Now here's what I thought. The first time I ever heard them was a friend sent me a link to them. They told me to check them out.
Yeah.
And the first song I heard was either Safari Song or Highway Tune. And I'm pretty sure it was Highway Tune. And I was damn, this band really sounds like Led Zeppelin.
And it was good.
And that's not even a cliche by now, because that's really the first thing I thought. I thought they sounded like Led Zeppelin. And me and my friend would have arguments, and we would view their music together and just kind of analyze it from the album From the Fires, and just kind of analyze what different things they used. Then we saw them live, and basically the singer is doing the whole thing that Robert Plant, he does this, he sings like that. That's the same thing Robert Plant does. And then you have Josh doing this stuff over here, the same kind of stuff that Jimmy Page would do. Now, I don't really see a lot of Danny the drummer doing too much of that stuff. Although sometimes his drum rolls and stuff kind of sound like something that Bonham would do. I love the bass player is my favorite player of the band, Sam Kitska. He's the greatest in the band. Has some flow, and I love his bass lines.
I do love some bass.
He's also doing some John Paul Jones things on there. So they're all doing Led Zeppelin things, which is why I think they're overrated, because
they can change
I
it
do
up.
not believe that if they didn't come out sounding like Led Zeppelin, they wouldn't have gotten famous. if the singer, and it all has to do with the singer, because really the guitar sounding like Led Zeppelin and the drums sounding like Led Zeppelin and the bass could have all been surpassed for a different voice, a new voice of rock
what
and roll.
What if they're trying to keep that voice because they still want to be famous?
Well, I mean, he doesn't have to do the he doesn't have to do the
He's basically copying him.
He's doing all the same things Robert Plant did. And even Robert Plant called him out on it.
Yeah.
They say their idols are Aerosmith.
I know. What?
Aerosmith?
No.
Y'all are smoking pot if you think Aerosmith's
Their idols are
idols.
Led
Listen
Zeppelin.
to your own music. You sound like Led Zeppelin. Now, I'm not saying I don't like this band, because like you said, I bought their stuff.
Yeah, I like them.
I like them. I'd go watch them. I'm just saying they are a little bit overrated.
They just got to switch it up.
Their stuff all sounds the same.
They got to get a new flow, don't they?
They're not. There's only maybe 2 songs that sound different. Like all the songs on the new album literally sound like a Led Zeppelin song.
They do.
Love Reliever sounded like Whole Lot of Love. You're the One sounded like Your Time Is Gonna Come. Freaking Highway Tune.
I'm now thinking about that. It does.
Highway Tune sounds like The Rover. Freaking When the Curtain Falls kind of sounds like The Ocean to me, or Across the Ocean, or A Whole Lot of Love. It's like kind of those two mixed together.
I can see it.
And then watching Over, is that what it is?
Yeah,
Watching Over sounds like House of the Rising Sun to me. That little intro riff. I bet you could put the lyrics from that song over on that album.
You open a new image in my mind.
But
I didn't compare the
songs. I mean, they're really just Led Zeppelin.
Now, tell me, you think that they can change? Like they can.
Yeah, but here's the problem with that.
They don't.
Most people are already used to hearing them sound like Led Zeppelin, so they can't change their style now all of a sudden.
They can still. I mean, it's not that.
But they're not going to sell albums. They're not going to get the publicity that they got.
They're not going to get all the
sounding like Zeppelin.
They got like Led Zeppelin, like how they sound.
And attention's not bad. I'm proud of what they're doing, and I wish I could be in their spot. But that doesn't change the fact that they did it sounding like another band. And if I believe it has a lot to do with the singer. If the singer didn't sound like that, I don't think they would have got famous.
But it took them about 2 years to find a singing voice, and it happens to sound like Robert Plant.
He does the same yells and everything, but that kid is going to blow out his pipes if he keeps just belling out stuff. It's going to be blown out by the time he hits 40. He's already 20, and he's just... I can feel his...
I don't know who...
I can feel his vocal cords hanging on for life every time he hits something high.
You see how he's dressing now? I don't know how...
He's dressing all hippie. They're basically capturing the essence of the 1970s, early 70s, and the 60s.
I like they're trying to bring that back.
They need to be original, and if they were original, I don't think they would have gotten famous. I don't think they would have gotten famous if they were original. And since they sound like Led Zeppelin, they're famous. So it's kind of a flip-flop. But maybe I would have liked them if they sound original. The basic thing is the singer just sounds way too much like Plant. If he didn't sound like Plant, maybe it wouldn't be such a big deal for people. But since he sounds like Plant, it's a big deal. Then that's basically all it is. And
but I like the new album. But people said You told me that they gave it a 1.6 out of 10?
Yeah.
Come on, they probably didn't even listen to it. They probably only listened to one song.
No, they were just trashing. They were trashing on them. You need to read that article. They trashed them. I forgot the name of that stupid-ass company, but they just trashed
I know what you're talking about.
They trashed all over them. But tell us what you think about Greta Van Fleet in the comments below if you know who they are. And we will proudly comment back and tell y'all what we thought about your opinions, and we can talk about it together.
And comment any sort of subject in rock history that you want us to talk about in Hot Topic. We'll do it.
Friday.
Hot Topic Friday, baby.
And tell me if you like the idea, because we're probably going to stick and run with this one because it's a pretty good idea, and it gives us a chance to have a break from the reviews and gives y'all a break to just hear us sit and talk and analyze and speak out our ideas. So, we hope you guys enjoyed this video, and tell us if you think Greta Van Fleet is overrated in the comments below. And leave a like and subscribe to join the hippies.
Join the hippies. Subscribe.
Stay groovy, baby.